Good morning, welcome back everybody. Well, this morning we are going to do a little comparison. So we're going to compare Meghan Markle and Gypsy. Now I know a lot of you wanted me to touch on this earlier on, but I kind of was in the unbelief, like I wouldn't believe that royalty would do that kind of thing. I was in that club. Just like there's a lot of people in Gypsy's club right now that say Gypsy has a baby. Okay? So I was in that idea. I couldn't believe Meghan Markle would fake a pregnancy. But now we kind of got proof. Okay? So we're going to show you some pictures. I'm going to show you maybe a video or two. And we are going to do comparisons. So first off, this is a picture of Meghan Markle sitting down with her legs crossed. And Gypsy sitting down with her legs crossed. A different way, but still. And they're both around the same 8 months pregnant gestation. Okay, watch this. So there's those two pictures side by side. They look pretty similar. They both have that like boxy kind of shape to their belly, right? And the way Gypsy is sitting kind of hides the lower half of her belly, but the top half, it just looks normal. It just looks like she's got some weight on her. That's it. Like, no big deal. Meghan Markle, if she wasn't wearing that dress, probably would look the same. But the dress kind of rounds it out more because of the way it hangs, right? She had it up on Gypsy a little bit because she was wearing dresses 99% of the time. So it was a little bit easier to get away with that bump, right? Whereas Gypsy was wearing pants, jeans, shorts, dresses, whatever. She was wearing all of it. So it was easier to pick them apart. With Meghan, a little bit harder. But we have this video that's been making the rounds. Watch this.
When the song come on, let me see you get gone. Baby mama, this your song. Been pregnant for way too long. I tell the DJ, turn it off.
If she a baby mama,
Go ahead.
she gon' do that baby mama.
Work.
She gon' put it on you. She gon' do that baby mama. Drop
Drop
it,
it down, drop it down, down low.
drop
Drop it down, drop it down, down low.
drop
Drop it down, drop it down, down low. Do the baby mama when I step out on the floor. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, oh. Hit the baby mama when I'm stepping through the door. Yeah, I'm pregnant, but I got an ill flow. Tryna make some money, buy some huggies from the store. S to the T-A, double R-K, to the E-I. And
So that's Meghan. I was going to say vegan. That's Meghan twerking in the delivery room. Yeah. We all know that when you're in delivery, you don't want to think about twerking. All right? You barely want to think about the person beside you. And that's, if you get meds, then you're okay. You can cope. But some people are like me. I had both my boys natural. I didn't have meds only because I didn't have time for meds. They didn't give me meds. Not because I didn't want them. So both my kids were pretty fast, but 2 hours in labor, but hard labor. If anybody knows what that hard labor is, now think about doing that for 2 hours. That's what I had with both. So Meghan doing that in the delivery room is setting off alarm bells to me. If you're even up on your feet, you can barely walk. Because when a woman is dilating, her hips are also dilating, which makes it even difficult to walk. If you've ever seen a woman walk while she's in labor and she walks like this, it's hard. It is very hard because there's a lot of pressure down below. For her to be doing that in the labor delivery room, no, not having it. Not having it. This is why I want to bring up Meghan Markle now, is because more evidence has been coming out about this. So the ones of you out there that had said that this was fake for Meghan Markle, I'm on your side now. 110% she's faking it. Well, and here's a picture of her child. So that's Archie. Now, Megan being 50% African American, 50% Caucasian, there's a good chance her child would come out with African American facial features, but not necessarily, because there's a lot of people out there who have African American in them, and it barely shows. Beyonce's half and half. And probably, if nobody told you, she probably would have that she thought she was Hispanic, right? There's a lot of like very popular people out there that are half and half, and some people don't know one way or the other. Either they look very African American or they look very Caucasian, and then there's the few that look both. So I mean, it's hard to say with the baby picture, but it being redhead sets off alarm bells for me, because being a redhead, I know it doesn't necessarily go down the line, like from father, son, daughter, whatever. It sometimes skips generations, and it can skip a lot of generations. It can skip like 5 generations and then just pop up, and people were like, where'd the red hair come from, right? But I have a cousin who had a son who's redhead, and he has 2 sons that are both redhead, so I know it does happen, okay? But being African American, 50% his mother, you would think his hair would be dark, not red. Because the darker gene will always dominate when it comes to hair. So, not necessarily 100% now, don't get me wrong, because I know there are the few exceptions. My dad had black hair. My mother's blonde. One sister came out blonde, me and my other sister came out black hair. So, I mean, it's not always guaranteed, but it happens, right? So, here is another picture of Meghan Markle. This one, you're going to laugh. So that's Meghan Markle with her pregnancy belly down around her ankles. She lost her belly. This is what I thought was going to happen to Gypsy when she walked into the courtroom. Remember this? She didn't have her belt done up tight enough. I thought for sure she was going to lose that pillow. I really did. Gone. But when she came out of the courthouse, flat, belt done up and everything. Now, what kills me about this courthouse one is there was no mention of any child in the documents. And I know we probably didn't get to see all of the documents, but if Gypsy wanted to prove the fact that she was pregnant, she would have made sure you saw that in the documents, right? Now, they said that the court determined they had to have a DNA test, right? The court said, right? But if you listen to Ryan was the one that determined he wanted a DNA test, not the court. It was Ryan. His lawyers told him, get a DNA test done. So there you go. By her being pregnant, going into the courthouse, coming out with a flat belly, rings alarm bells for me, because I'm thinking she went to the washroom, took out her belly, went in front of the judge, did her thing, and then forgot to put her belly back in when she left. So I don't even think that the judge knew what was going on to begin with. I really don't. Anyway, guys, you make your decision and let me know down in the comments. That's my video for today. Please like and subscribe. It helps me in the algorithm. And everything in this video is my thoughts, opinions, and or alleged for entertainment purposes only. Bye, guys.